Welcome to Wash Talk, everyone, the Car Wash podcast. I'm your host, Rich DiPaolo, and joining me today, we have Max Pulcini making his triumphant return to Wash Talk. Max is the Director of Marketing and Communications, and we also have Scott Caplan, a newcomer to Wash Talk, certainly not a newcomer to the industry. He is the CEO and co-founder of EverWash. Gentlemen, thank you both for taking some time to talk with me today.
Thank you, Rich. Appreciate it, man. Glad to be back.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, for sure. So wanted to catch up with EverWash. You guys made the headlines last year for an acquisition. So I wanted to catch up on that, maybe talk about some general membership trends occurring in the car wash industry and see what you guys all have planned for EverWash here moving forward. But, you guys are at the forefront of growing membership in this car wash industry. It was, I would say, a relatively new concept for a lot of folks in this market. So I'm curious, now that we're a decade or so into this membership trend and its emergence in the car wash industry, how has membership changed at all, if at all, over this past decade? And how have car washes done to evolve to include membership? Have they done a good job in incorporating it into their businesses over this past decade?
Yeah,
This one, Scott?
yeah, I'll take this one. Thanks, Rich. Yeah, so it's pretty interesting. I mean, we talk about this all the time. When we first got into the industry about 10 years ago, we used to go to car wash shows and, membership wasn't really being talked about. We were really the only people in the building that were there, to discuss membership, and our product was around membership. It is pretty interesting. I mean, I know there were pockets of the industry when we started that were in the membership game, but it was a very small portion of the industry. So I'd say, we were obviously early adopters of it, but we came from an industry, in the fitness industry that adopted to membership over a certain period of time. So we really saw the evolution in that industry, and we saw that the runway for membership in the car wash space was just happening. So we knew it would probably take the same trajectory that the fitness industry did, but it was definitely an interesting time because compared to the shows now, it's all about membership and everything around membership. So it's quite amazing what happens over 10 years.
Yeah, for sure. And have you noticed any certain marketing messages that resonate well? It is such an important topic for operators that are looking to stabilize and grow business. So are there any marketing messages that are resonating well with customers today? Have you noticed any specific channels or platforms that the most successful operators that have a membership that they're taking that have proven to be the most effective?
Yeah, I can take this one. With the economy today, everyone is looking for promotions, discounts, specials, deals, right? So to your question with what resonates most with the public, it's a great special, a great deal. And with membership, it's really easy to offer a first month at 50% off. You can essentially say if your pricing model is about, membership is 2 times the price of a single wash, you can easily say for the price of one wash, you have unlimited washes for your first month on the program. And when people see the value that car wash membership can bring, with that initial discount to help get them through the door, we see a lot of people stay on board. Our LTV has stayed consistent despite the economic challenges that we've seen really since the pandemic happened in 2020. But our average lifetime of our customer is holding really strong. And part of that is, to your point, Rich, messaging in the right ways and meeting people where they are. So for us specifically, we try to message via email, SMS, push notifications, in-app notifications, really try to hit all the corners of where consumers, are activated. And, we send this all on behalf of our car wash partner. So if you're an EverWash partner, we really handle all the marketing for you. It's just as simple as opting in and letting us kind of run with it for you. And with that, we've seen our strongest year of promotions and specials yet in 2024. in terms of redemptions, in terms of the lifetime value of members that we're winning back or that we're adding with additional vehicle promotions. So really making sure that you're using digital channels and not just your on-site signage, not just attendance on site. Meeting your customers where they are is key in today's economy, and we've seen a lot of success in doing that this past year.
Yeah, I think that kind of speaks to the why membership has become so not only popular with car washes, but also their customers, because there is so much value that they're bringing. You could wash for X amount of dollars, as much as you want in a month. People, see a lot of value in that. So that's a strong message to them. But, you mentioned your EverWash partners, and that partnership has expanded in this past year when you made headlines last year on carwash.com in May of 2024 with the acquisition of Coinless, right? So how did this acquisition and partnership with Coinless come together? And why did you over at EverWash see that company Coinless as a great fit and complement to what you're already doing?
Yeah, I'll take this one, Max. Yeah, I think people understand these deals and these purchases of companies don't really happen overnight. I mean, these are relationships that we built over multiple years. That we got to know the Coinless group. We were next to them at a trade show their first year. So it took many years of discussing and sort of seeing kind of what they were doing and understanding their product that, got us to a place where we wanted to purchase them and they wanted to sell it to us. So again, it was multiple years, a lot of discussions, but the first reason we really liked Coinless was we needed a piece of hardware to connect to car washes to turn them on for mostly in-bays, self-serves, and vacuums. We were using some third parties, and it became something so important to our business that we had to control that piece of it. So by purchasing Coinless, we had that unit now that we've upgraded, and we're rolling it out, and it's been a game changer for us. But on top of that, they also had a pretty nifty app that we got as part of the acquisition that we see a huge opportunity with, essentially in a piece of the market and the segment of the market that we believe is underserved, with really in-bays and self-serves on the tech side. So we're working on and about actually going to announce this today, a true partnership with CryptoPay with Coinless, where every CryptoPay site in the nation will have automatic access to Coinless. They'll be able to launch it directly from the CryptoPay dashboard. And as you may or may not know, CryptoPay is in about 70% of all the in-bays and self-serves that are out there in the US. So they control, they're a huge part of the market. So we're really trying to make it a very easy onboarding for those locations to give these car wash owners the marketing and loyalty that they don't have right now.
That's awesome, Scott. Yeah, congratulations on that announcement. Certainly exciting. So, you're now servicing over 1,000 participating locations at EverWash, and you've certainly established a strong presence in this industry. So, how does this acquisition with Coinless position your company for further market expansion and growth milestones for the coming years here?
Yeah, I think again, we love our core business, which EverWash, and that really helps a certain segment of the industry. But we believe Coinless hits another segment of the industry that is again underserved. The other thing that Coinless does for us, it gives us an international presence. We're operating now in Australia and New Zealand with Coinless, so we'll have an opportunity to really grow this business not only in the U.S. That's very exciting for us.
That's awesome. Any business trips over to Australia, Max, or is that?
I'm hoping
one day.
It's on my list. I'm a big world traveler, as Scott knows, and Australia is definitely on the list. New Zealand, I'm a big Lord of the Rings fan, so hoping to do that that tour at some point. So hey, if we got to put on a wash, Scott knows who to call.
heck of an airplane ride, but definitely sounds like it's worth it once you get there. Yeah, it's a area of the world that's on my bucket list as well, for sure. And I love that this partnership with Coinless happened at an industry trade show. You really get to know your neighbors a lot when you're at these shows. It's one of the benefits of attending that's not talked about often enough. But what were the steps taken and continue to be taken to ensure a smooth transition for existing Coinless customers?
Yeah, I mean, we took several steps to make sure that everything was seamless and great for everybody involved. So first, we focused on updating and stabilizing the technology, bringing it up to current industry standards, and really enhancing the reliability and the performance of the hardware and the software side of things. So taking our R&D department and getting together with the Coinless team and really figuring out, okay, we have a great product here, we have great hardware. How can we really make it work for everybody now? So that was the first step. Second, we integrated the Coinless team within ours. So we fostered a lot of collaboration between the two groups to make sure that we have cohesive support across the entire business. Clear lines of communication, regular meetings, integrated our Slack channels, creating dedicated support channels to address customers' concerns and any questions, both on the operator side and the end user side. And then, we've on that note, we've conducted outreach to Coinless customers, making sure that they feel comfortable and confident about all the changes that we've implemented. Not that there have been a ton of changes that have really affected how they operate or conduct their business, but really let them know, hey, we're looking to improving this platform. Even though it was acquired by another company, we're not just going to take it and abandon it. We're here to continue to support it. And, looking ahead to your point, Rich, we're excited to connect with our current Coinless partners and meeting new customers, new potential business at all the upcoming trade shows this year as we continue to strengthen this relationship. So where the last year was getting a lot of our ducks in a row, we're ready to take this partnership to market. And, the Southwest show is going to be one of those great opportunities to come visit our booth and see what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. I wrote an article maybe 5 or 7 years ago. I don't know. These years are all blurring together to me as I get older. But I wrote an article several years back. Obviously the membership model fits so well with the conveyor car washes out there. I wanted to see what in-bay automatic operators thought about membership and if that's something they were looking to incorporate. And I remember at the time, maybe half were gung-ho and ready to get started, and the other half had questions or reservations. Was this going to work? Obviously, in a tunnel, you can fit several cars in at a time, and volume is something that these membership programs bring with them when they're successful. So what is the potential of membership for self-serve and in-bay automatic car washes, in your opinion? And how does the structure, marketing, and management of these programs differ when we compare them to conveyor car washes?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think the thing about in-bays and certainly self-serves is, how many cars can they wash an hour is their capacity. When it comes to membership, it really, starts with, do you have the capacity to run a membership program, especially at if an in-bay is already very busy, or let's say washing 30,000 plus cars a year, they're probably at the high end of their capacity for a single lane in-bay automatic. So we love the in-bay business for membership, but you do have to be able to handle the volume because obviously members use the wash more than a retail customer. So that's like the first thing. Again, we learned that the hard way by selling too many memberships at an in-bay and then having problems with customers because they couldn't get their car washed. It was too busy. So again, it was a lot of trial and error. I think we were probably the first people in the industry to sell memberships at in-bay automatics. And we learned a lot over the years to what works and what doesn't. So we asked these questions up front before we launch a location. The self-serves, we also have learned a lot over the last few years, figured out what the pricing needs to be. And certainly at a lot of self-serves, there's tons of capacity. Most of these self-serves, have a lot of room for growth and a lot of these bays are empty a lot of the time. So we know there's a huge opportunity on the self-serves. The other thing about self-serves is the cost to actually wash the car, chemicals and water is much lower than what an in-bay is, or, obviously a traditional tunnel. So we love that part of the business. And I think the self-serve operator has not really had a lot of opportunities to get to know their customers. And that's why we believe, this Coinless opportunity in the self-serve business is going to really, really work well, because now they'll be able to connect with their customers, get referrals, be able to market to the outside to drive people to the locations. So again, I think it's going to raise that part of the industry completely with the capabilities we'll bring to it.
Awesome. Sounded good. I just have one more question for you, and I'll get you out of here. But you already mentioned your new partnership with CryptoPay there, and I haven't seen that press release online, so I'd imagine you're breaking news here on Wash Talk. But are there any other acquisitions, capabilities, service add-ons as you're moving forward here? You now got a decade plus experience in the car wash market with membership. Are you looking at anything else to further round out the company's offerings or reach at this point?
Absolutely. I mean, I think, we talk to a lot of car wash owners every day, and most of our ideas and things that we work on are coming from those communications. So what we do is really listen to our wash partners and understand what their needs are, figure out, how can our team build it on top of our product, or is there potential acquisition out there that we can bolt on to our existing business to improve our service and product. So we're always looking. Again, I mean, I think that's the fun part of this business is to continue to innovate and make sure that we're staying ahead of the curve.
Sounds good. And I love the old car wash photos. I see you have one right behind you there, Scott. Nice looking, might be a Cadillac. I can't tell. There's a glare or something, maybe a Buick. Who knows? But I see that the old car wash equipment and an old photo. So I really like the background. I love what you guys are doing over at EverWash. Congratulations on all the success and the news. And thanks for spending some time with me today.
Thank you, Rich. For always a pleasure to join you.
Thanks again, Rich. Thank you so much.